Good evening. Welcome back to College Ball with Beans. Today in this video we're gonna talk about some SEC coaches that I feel like are on the hot seat and some coaches that I feel like will probably be getting fired in the middle of the season or toward the end. So first we're going to talk about Clark Lee, head coach Vanderbilt. Vandy has struggled for years. In my lifetime, they've maybe had one or two decent seasons. If they get rid of Clark Lee, will they ever build something? I don't know. I feel like Vandy's probably going to move on from Clark Lee, but at the same time, maybe they shouldn't. But 3 or 4 straight years of losing seasons, 3, 4 wins, you're not going to get anywhere with that. So I look for Vandy ultimately to let go of Clark Lee, but it's Vanderbilt, so they're kind of used to mediocrity at this point. Second head coach on my mind is Sam Pittman from Arkansas. He had that one good season a few years ago. You know, they beat down Steve Sarkisian's Texas Longhorns in Sark's first year at Arkansas. And that year they had a great year. I believe they won 9 or 10 games. And Sam Pittman looked like a hot name in college football. But, you know, it's 2 years removed from that. Last year was a disappointment. We'll see what happens this year. Their quarterback, KJ Jefferson, transferred out to UCF to be coached by Gus Malzahn, the same coach who coached Cam Newton, hoping to rekindle some of that magic. But for Sam Pittman in Arkansas, it's a new chapter. They're going to be starting a new quarterback. So hopefully, for Sam Pittman anyway, he can get it going. But if Arkansas is staring down the barrel of another losing season, and we're not even halfway through November yet, I could see Sam Pittman getting fired mid-season. I wouldn't be surprised if Sam Pittman was not the head coach of Arkansas when the University of Texas comes to Fayetteville. Won't surprise me. But again, it's Arkansas. You never really know what you're going to get. I think they're going to be down this year. I think Sam Pittman's probably going to get let go at the end of the season, but Arkansas is a team that it could go either way. But with Texas and Oklahoma coming to the SEC, the scheduling changing, I just don't see Arkansas being that good this season. And then we come to the third and final name I have on my SEC coaches hot seat, and that's Billy Napier, Sun Belt Billy from the University of Florida. Let's face facts, folks. The University of Florida has not been this bad, staring down the barrel of 4 or 5 losing seasons in a row. Sun Belt Billy will be fired probably before Halloween this season. Billy Napier has no business coaching the University of Florida. Honestly, I'm shocked and stunned they did not fire him after this last season. I mean, they got humiliated at home against Arkansas, a team who had never won in the Swamp, ever. They walked into Florida and they beat the Gators. And it wasn't even close. The only good win Florida had last season was their home win against Tennessee. And honestly, Tennessee was disappointing. And Florida would be dumb to not let go of Billy Napier. If they start losing, if you see by week 5 that they're 1-4, 2-3, probably 1-4, he will be fired. They've got a horribly hard schedule coming up, and Billy Napier will no longer be the head coach of Florida. I see Florida honestly trying to poach Lane Kiffin from Ole Miss. I could see Lane Kiffin being the next head coach at the University of Florida. The fourth coach on my list, and it's kind of weird. I didn't write this coach in my notes at all, but Tennessee's head coach. I believe his name's Jeremy Pruitt. He is under some scrutiny. Tennessee is on probation from the NCAA from their cheating scandal from a few years ago. And now, while you're on probation, you are not allowed to get in any trouble at all with the NCAA. The NCAA is investigating the University of Tennessee for recruiting violations, essentially for signing a high school kid, their quarterback, to a contract while he's a senior in high school. Now, each state is different. I'm not 100% sure what the state laws in Tennessee are, but if that investigation is found Tennessee to be guilty, Coach Pruitt might be let go by Tennessee. I'd be shocked if anything comes out of that in the NIL world we're in now in college sports. But yeah, I think the three coaches to keep your eye on to get let go this offseason are Clark Lee from Vanderbilt, Sam Pittman, Arkansas, and the one that is for sure going to happen, I would almost bet the house on it, Billy Napier, University of Florida. He will not be the head coach of the Florida Gators at the end of next season unless by some miracle they win 8-9 games, which, folks, it's not going to happen. Their Vegas over-under is probably going to be 3, and I don't even know if they're going to hit that. I have Florida going 2-10, 3-9 next season. They're going to be horrible. Other SEC news is Florida State is potentially going to be coming to the SEC, and that could mean the ACC implodes or the ACC will expand more. But that's it for now. We'll get into FSU and all the ACC expansion and possible implosion on the next video. Y'all have a good evening.